Okay, Penelope, I have been trying to get in contact with you for a little bit now because I need you to take care of something for me. It's the least you can do for your mother-in-law. Well, you know I can't help you with anything right now. You're going on a business trip, so the timing is a bit off, don't you think? What do you mean by you need me to do something? Isn't it possible to just change the timing of things a little bit since you're not going to be around? You're going overseas, and your request has come at a not-so-good time, okay? I get it. It's work. I can't help that. But seriously, I need assistance. I can't just relax and take multiple visits to the hospital like you. I've got to earn money for the treatment. Haven't we gone over this? We've properly discussed the issue when it comes to the treatment costs. Corey and I are paying the bills, and you shouldn't be forcing yourself to work right now. And you saying that is supposed to make you all high and mighty, huh? Really? I'm not kidding around here. I was assigned to go on a business trip overseas. It's important. But I don't understand why you're even working in the first place, okay? Also, who the heck is in charge of your overseas business trip anyway? Why are you even asking me who it is? Oh, if you must know, it's Mr. Davidson. I received an important order from him to go. Would you quit with the interrogation? Huh? What are you even talking about? Are you seriously kidding me right now? What is going on here, Gretchen? I don't think you're giving me the full story here. Look, you wouldn't understand if I talked to you about work that I do, right? So just shut up, would you? You're so infuriating right now. I'm not being anything that you're saying. You are being so rude right now, Gretchen. I'm just asking questions, but I guess I can see that you don't want to talk about it. Anyway, I'm leaving all the things that need to be done up to you. You're in charge, and you better do things properly. I mean it. You better listen and obey me, Penelope. I'll be back in time for Rita's wedding, so I'm requesting that you do what needs to be taken care of until then. I don't ask for much, so just obey me for once. I can't believe the way you're talking to me right now. You could be just a little bit nicer towards me if you want things handled here while you're away, Gretchen. Excuse me? What's with that attitude? You know who you are, Penelope. You are a worthless piece of trash, so just listen to what I've got to say to you, you idiot. I'm a piece of trash and an idiot, huh? Of course I'll listen. I'll continue to accompany my father-in-law even if he doesn't ask me to help him out. But you know, my dear mother-in-law, it really does pain me to say this. My father-in-law does not have a lot of time left. He's not going to be here much longer. I do wonder if he'll even be able to see Rita be a bride at her own wedding. I really don't think Richard is going to hold on for that. He is really ill. And who are you to say something like that for, huh? Since when are you the god of death? Do you determine how long he lives for, Penelope? Huh? What is that supposed to mean? I'm not the god of death or anything like that, okay? I'm just saying that he's very sick. What is your deal, Gretchen? I don't know. To me, it seems like you know a heck of a lot about the human lifespan, so that's why I was asking. It's just weird you saying something like that. Don't start rattling off about things you don't understand, you stupid woman. You don't know anything about my husband and his condition. But I'm just saying that it's important for you to be there for him. If his wife is by his side, I think it would make Richard feel reassured about what's happening to him. Corey and I are paying for the treatment, so I think it's best for you not to work at this time and be there for your husband. Don't you think so? Oh, just shut up, you little cow. You don't know anything, and I've already made my decision about this. I'm going on this overseas trip, and that is final. I've already booked the flight, and I've got my hotel suite reserved as well, so I'm not going back on what I've already got sorted. So just shut your mouth. What? The hotel suite is already reserved. Which is more important right now, Gretchen? Your husband or the flights and hotel you're going to? Again, you keep saying the most absurd things to me, and it's getting very annoying. You throw this god of death crap at me. What's going on here? You are losing it right now, Gretchen. I'm not acting like the god of death or anything of the sort. I'm just telling you that Richard is not in a good place. You know, even though you're just some low-income earner, you act very cocky towards me, and I am sick of it. You're the lowest of the low in this society. I don't know if you're trying to stand out, even though you live such a shadowy and useless life, or what, but Could you stop interrupting me all the time? Don't you see how my own children act towards me? They treat me with respect, and they don't say anything like this towards me, do they? Well, both Rita and Corey are pretty disappointed in what you're doing right now. You're practically abandoning your husband. Excuse me, what the heck did you just say to me, you little witch? I'm not doing anything of the sort. My kids both respect me a lot and would never feel like that. As a newcomer to this family, what would you even know about my own children? I raised them and I know them like the back of my hand. Okay, understood, Gretchen. You do know your children very well, but go ahead, do as you like. Go wherever you need to go. Do what you want since you're not going to listen to me. Of course I'll do whatever I want, so you need to back off and stop hassling me. But generally speaking, you're just talking back to me so no one knows about the purpose of why you're wanting the inheritance. Excuse me? What on earth are you even talking about, Gretchen? What inheritance? Why are you bringing that up when I've never mentioned it at all? Well, that's why you're desperately wanting to take care of my husband in his hour of need, isn't it? To get closer to him, right? To get the inheritance. You know that it's very obvious to us. You're so stupid in thinking you could hide what you were doing. How are Rita and Corey not turned off by your presence? Excuse me? How dare you try and accuse me of trying to do something like that to this family? It has never been my intention at all to take any inheritance. I think if you care and love the family you're in, I think it's very natural to want to visit them a lot if they're very sick. That's all I've been doing since Richard fell ill. Yeah, you often say that to the family, don't you? Even though we're not related by blood. Let me tell you right now, no matter how much you take care of him, it'll be no use. You'll never see your name added to his will. You're really not part of this family, and you don't deserve anything. You'll never see any of the money. Okay, so that means you know about his will and what it contains, am I right? He's already told you what he's preparing to do with what he has? Well, of course I know what's in his will, you silly little girl. I'm his wife, after all. I'm a devoted wife who even travels overseas so that I can earn some money for his treatment. You're just an outsider who's a gold-digging, good-for-nothing woman who'll never receive an inheritance no matter how hard you try to get it out of my husband. You know what, Gretchen? It doesn't matter if I can't get it or not, okay? Because I don't think I really want it at all. I'm not here in this family to rip off anyone. I'm here for Corey as support and to love him unconditionally. Well, you really are just an annoying parasite trying to weasel her way in, aren't you? How strong do you think you are? Well, at least just be quiet around me, all right? Oh, mother-in-law, it really is a shame that you think of me like that. You really need to be more careful about the things you say to people, but do what you want, I guess.
Hey, Penelope, you really need to back off a bit, okay? Stop trying to get into a fight with my mom. You really need to leave it alone and stop being an idiot.
But I'm just trying to do what's best for your father, and your mother really needs to be there for him. He's awfully lonely right now. No matter how much of a cow she is, in the end, she wins.
I understand what you're trying to say, Penelope. I really do, but my mother is going abroad, okay? I don't know what kind of business she's doing, but she's obviously not thinking about Dad. It can't be helped that my father married a woman like her. She doesn't show much interest in him and tries to find some kind of excuse to not look after him.
Well, it shouldn't be that way. Your father really needs to see your mother. He wants to see her face. He calls her name every now and then, so I think he wants to say something to her.
Look, my mom is not accepting any contact from him right now, so there's not much that can be done about this. Even my father knows that my mom is trash. It really can't be helped right now, Penelope. There's nothing that we can do about it, dear wife. We just have to let Mom do what she wants, otherwise we get yelled and screamed at.
But things shouldn't be like this, especially since your father is practically dying in this hospital bed and wants to see his wife. She can't do this to him.
Hey, I get it, but That's enough of that, Penelope. Everyone here still has a lot of love for Mom. She herself still thinks that she's a mother that needs to be respected. I understand that my father wants to see her in his final moments of life, but maybe it'll be much better if we didn't let her see him. She really is not a great woman, I can tell you that.
But why are you talking about her in this way when she's being so horrible and just abandoning your father when he needs people around him?
Why? I think you know the reason why, Penelope. I'm surprised that you haven't noticed why she's actually leaving the country for an overseas trip.
But what she's doing is so terrible, and she shouldn't be allowed to do this with your father in the hospital and basically dying. It's not fair on him.
I do get that, okay? If my father's gonna die soon, I'm gonna take responsibility for everything that's happened while she's away, but for now, I just want to focus on my father.
You're right, Corey. I'm really sorry for continuing to bring this up. I'm just so sick of your mother treating everyone so badly. I understand what you're getting at.
No, you're fine. I always know that you're acting out of kindness toward my father and the rest of the family. I'm sorry, too. My head's spinning and I'm confused over so many things.
I guess that a situation like this can't be helped. I just wish that I could do more to help you out. I just want things to be okay for everyone.
I understand what you mean. Me too. I'm trying to predict how Rita's wedding is going to happen next week, especially with what's going on with my mother and father.
Hey, Penelope, we need to talk right now. Why aren't you replying to me? I'm your mother-in-law, and you need to respond to me quickly. What on earth are you doing right now? Huh? Gretchen, is everything okay? What's going on? What is it that you want? What's the urgency for? Are you going to explain why you're messaging me? Why aren't you there first? Oh, this makes no sense. Since you're my son's wife, you need to come earlier than everyone else and help me prepare. Huh? Aren't you the one that hasn't come over yet? We contacted you over and over again yesterday and the day before yesterday, okay? You never answered us. What on earth are you talking about? I was traveling abroad, so I turned off my phone to save power. That's why I never replied to anyone the past few days. Excuse me? What did you just say? You're traveling abroad right now? I don't understand. What's going on here? You're on vacation? Wait a minute. No, that's a mistake. I'm on an overseas business trip right now. You know that. I was at work, so I didn't have time to answer my phone. Okay, that doesn't really matter right now. Gretchen, please come back here right away. Everyone is already here, and we're getting really confused by the situation. Don't turn things around on me by saying that you don't even understand, Penelope. How can it be that my daughter's wedding was canceled at the last minute? If you don't go and sort this whole mess out right now, I'm going to make you divorce my son. So maybe you should prepare yourself to do that. Gretchen, if anything, you're the one who has no idea what's going on around here since you've bailed on us. Your daughter is at the funeral home right now. Excuse me? What funeral home? Why is she there for? What the heck are you talking about, you stupid woman? Oh, spit it out already. I want to know. Hey, stop calling me stupid, and you're the one who's causing trouble around here. I'm talking about your own husband's funeral, for goodness sake. Why do you think we've been trying to contact you for the past 2 days, Gretchen? 2 nights ago, your husband passed away, and you've been ignoring our calls. Oh, Richard's gone? Oh, really? I don't believe it. Is that so? You're seriously telling me through a message that my husband has died? From now, the funeral procession will start. Let me guess, you're at the wedding venue right now, aren't you? Because you didn't answer your phone to us. Why, of course that's where I am. How was I to know until now that the wedding wasn't going to be held? I was waiting for everyone to arrive and no one showed up. If you actually picked up your phone, we would have told you that Rita's gone and canceled the wedding because of Richard dying. You're the only one who hasn't come. Well, I can't help that I'm not there. I wasn't even told that my own husband was dead. Anyway, I'm on my way there right now. Where's the funeral home? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to tell you. I think it's better that you don't come over here. It would save us a lot of trouble, and your children are focusing on this. What on earth did you just say to me, you little cow? What do you mean you're not going to tell me the directions to the funeral home? We were unable to get in touch with you, Gretchen, and you didn't bother picking up. You ignored us. You didn't bother showing up to the funeral home. All of your relatives' anger levels have reached a peak level, Gretchen. You've made everyone feel like crap, and it's best if you stay away, so stop trying to come here. But, oh, how can that be? Why should they be so angry when I had no idea what was going on? I had to work so that I could pay my way. I can't help that. I'm going to be there if it's the last thing I do. It's my husband's funeral, and I am definitely going to attend. You're not going to turn me away from this. I don't get why you're being like this, Gretchen. If you feel that much for Richard, why didn't you ever come and visit him while he was sick in the hospital? Because I was working to try and earn some money for his treatment. Oh, it doesn't just pay for itself, does it? Hospitalization fees, surgery fees, and other stuff costs a lot of money, okay? Yeah, and I don't know how many times we've told you, but Corey and I said that we would cover the payments so that you could just be there for Richard, but you haven't. All you've done recently is gone overseas on some mysterious trip. Why go to all that trouble just so you can leave and not bother looking after your husband? How many times do I have to repeat myself? It's so I can repay you both for what you're paying for. After all, he's my husband, and it's only natural for me to pay you back. Oh, really? You're actually going to pay us back for everything? Are you sure? Well, that's great to hear. Thank you so much for giving us the money. We appreciate it. Excuse me? Oh, what are you even talking about, you stupid little girl? Do you expect me to give you all the money just like that or something? Well, didn't you just say that you were going to compensate us for all the things that Corey and I have paid for? Isn't that what you're going to do? Well, I just wanted to say that we're very grateful to you for doing that. We were also struggling to make ends meet on the payments, and it's been tough for a while. Huh? No, that's not what I meant when I say that I was wanting to repay you both for all the fees that you forked out money for. But I don't understand. That was what you just said, wasn't it? You said that you'll repay us in full and then you won't owe us anything anymore, right? Well, yes, I did say something along the lines of that, but, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to get you both the money in a hurry. If that's not the reason why you're wanting to earn money, how come you went on a business trip overseas during a time when your husband was really sick? No, yeah, you're right. Oh, that's what I'm doing. This is to compensate you for all the medical expenses that needed to be paid for. Yes, I'm paying you back. That makes me so happy to hear that, actually. I'll send you an estimate of the treatment costs later. Well then, it's better if you don't show your face here, Gretchen. What? Why not? Oh, things can't happen like this. I need to be at my husband's funeral, though. I'm going to be there no matter what. I'm going to show up.
Hey, you old bag, what do you think you're trying to pull here, huh? You need to stop this right now. We're done with you. Let us grieve our father in peace.
Huh? Corey? Why on earth are you talking to me in such a harsh tone? What's gotten into you? What do you mean, stop this? I'm not doing anything at all.
I'm literally telling you to not even bother coming to my father's funeral. What the heck are you planning to bring down on us, Mom?
Bring down on you? What the heck is that supposed to mean, huh? I'm not going to cause any trouble at all. What are you talking about, son?
You went abroad without a care in the world and didn't even bother coming to visit Dad in the hospital. You didn't even respond to my calls when I was trying to tell you that he passed away. How do you think people would feel if you showed up to his funeral when you basically abandoned him on his deathbed, huh? It's disgusting behavior from a wife who obviously doesn't care about my father.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? No matter what you or anyone else says to me, I am Richard's wife and I've got a right to be at my own husband's funeral.
Okay, you old bag. I guess you're not getting the message. Why did you never go to visit Dad, Mom? Why would you even want to come to the funeral if you never visited him?
That's why. Oh, because I wasn't able to visit him. Don't you think it's only natural for me to want to attend his funeral, Corey? I'm his wife, for goodness sake.
If you were any kind of wife to my father, you would have visited him in the hospital and took care of him while he was dying. You didn't really care about his condition, did you? The reason you're acting so anxious right now and needing to show your face here is because you're aiming to grab my father's inheritance, aren't you?
Excuse me? What on earth are you talking about? I loved Richard, and as his wife, I'm supposed to be there, and I am the leader of this family now. Don't you get that?
You're no leader. You're nothing but a selfish cow. My guess is that if you don't come to the funeral, you think you're gonna miss out on the offerings that people want to give, right?
That's not it at all. That isn't important to me. I'm not like that. My interest in the inheritance, it doesn't matter. You better watch what's happening over there. I bet Penelope wants to get her hands all over that money the people will be offering us. That's the money we need for support. You can't just let her take it.
You obviously don't know my wife very well at all. She was the one who volunteered to pay for Dad's medical and funeral expenses. Even though it is inheritance, she has a right to receive it.
Okay, that's enough nonsense now, Corey, but if that's the case, I guess she has the right to have some of the money in terms of being compensated.
You know, Mom, you've actually got nothing to worry about when it comes to all the money being dished out. Your name wasn't in Dad's last will and testament.
Wait, what did you just say to me? Is this some kind of sick prank you're trying to pull on me since I wasn't around to visit your father? Are you kidding me right now?
Let me be more precise in my wording of this so that you understand, Mom. Your name was erased from his will, and by the looks of it, Dad erased it himself.
Huh? What the heck is going on here? Are you seriously kidding me? He erased my name? But that makes no sense. I'm his wife and have been for years.
Not long before Dad passed away, he told us that he wanted the contents of his will changed before he got into an even worse state of health. Your name was removed from the list of people that he wanted to give something to, and he added Penelope to his will as well.
Excuse me? What? He put that little cow, Penelope, on his stupid little will that he had made up? How could you let that happen when I'm his wife and deserve the inheritance? We all know that vile woman was only looking after your father so that she could get your father's inheritance. She's trying to kick me to the curb, I know it.
No, you're doing that all on your own, you stupid old bag. You were really the one that was looking forward to inheriting everything, weren't you?
What? No, that's not true at all. I've got no idea what you're talking about, son. I'd never do such a thing to your father. I loved him, and I wasn't in the marriage for his money.
Oh, shut up, you cruel and vile woman. Dad noticed everything that you did. He was sick, but he wasn't stupid when it came to you and how you've acted. He knew that it's been a long time since you had love for him, and vice versa. While he was in that hospital bed, he discovered that you were having an affair behind his back.
What? Oh, that's simply not true. I would never do that to your father. I really did love him. He was making all of this up. He was mistaken and in the wrong for accusing me of that.
Don't you dare lie to me now. I can see right through you. Let me tell you now, everyone noticed what you were doing, not just Dad. We're not dumb. You're the one who's the money grabber. The only reason you stayed with my father in the first place was so that you could get his money when he died. Do you really think that my father was going to give you the satisfaction? Who would want to give money to a person like you, Mom?
Now just hold on a minute there, Corey, okay? Wait and let me explain. I'm not having an affair with another man. You're just making things up so that you won't let me into the funeral home.
Oh, shut up. Do you seriously think I'd do something like that? I'm not as evil as you old and miserable hag. We've already got the evidence of the affair in our hands. Anything you say to us now is pointless. Dad really tried to believe your innocence until the end, but he still died knowing that you betrayed him. How could you? He finally acknowledged his own wife's infidelity and figured out how he could make you pay for it. So he rewrote the will so you wouldn't get anything, and then passed away. Do you have any idea how hard that must have been for him to do that? Especially to the wife that he was married to for so many years? All you are is a homewrecker, Gretchen.
But it's not true. Don't you dare call me by my first name. I'm your mother. I've done everything that I could have done for that man. You've got no idea how much I've done. Also, on top of cutting me out of his will, it's so odd that he prioritized Penelope over his own wife. I'm sure she was the one who blackmailed your father into doing this.
She did nothing of the sort. It was Dad's idea to change it, and she had no influence over him at all. She didn't abandon Dad at the end like you did.
Excuse me? Do you think I seriously abandoned your father to go on some trip? Oh, clearly you're quite mistaken, son. I've done a lot for your father over the years.
I don't know how he put up with you for so many years, but he loved you, Mom. He wasn't in love with anyone but you, and he never betrayed you like you did to him. Even while he was in the hospital bed going senile, he was calling out your name in pain, wondering where you went. You left him when he needed you the most. I really never thought that anyone in our family would just leave and forget to visit a sick person in the hospital. It's just cruel and upsetting.
Is what you said about your father saying my name true? Did he actually want me there? He was still in love with me this entire time?
Are you insane? Of course he was. Don't ask me why, though, when you're such a terrible human being. Penelope continued to contact you and persuaded you to come and visit him. While respecting my father's wishes and just wanting to do whatever he said, she also prayed that you'd see what was happening and actually see him in person. Until the end, Penelope continued to be the bridge between you and Dad. If she was aiming to get her hands on my dad's money, she wouldn't have begged you to visit him. It would have been a hindrance to her. We told her that there was no need to do this anymore since you ignored everyone's opinion on this, so I said to leave you alone.
Is that really what you told her? She was trying to help me out then? I had no idea that she was doing anything of the sort. There was no reason for me to be removed from the will at all.
No, I think there was, Mom. While Dad was suffering with his illness in the hospital, you were off gallivanting overseas with someone that you were making out with. There's no way you were inheriting anything. My father was so kind up until things turned for the worst. He was hesitant to do what he did until the end, but he knew deep down he made the right decision.
Okay, well, that's not what I want to focus on anymore. I'm coming to the funeral right now. I've got a right to receive any inheritance money that's given out today.
You need to stop this crap right now. Even if you come here now, nothing is going to change. You'll get nothing out of anyone here. We don't feel sorry for you at all. The only people here at this funeral are people that loved my father, and now they hate my mother. We don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Oh, shut up, you little jerk. How could you do something like this to me? You can't keep me away. I am your mother and always will be. I'll never forgive you for this. I am getting that inheritance. You really need to calm down, Gretchen. Acting out like this isn't going to do anyone any good at all. People are trying to farewell Richard. You can't go wild at a funeral. It's all your fault because you won't let me in. What is so great about you, huh, Penelope? All you are is a thief. You don't deserve anything from my husband, you money grabber. How dare you? I am no money grabber. You're an adult. You need to act like one because I'm sick and tired of dealing with someone who acts like a child. You have been caught having an affair, and Richard finally did something about it to get back at you. He was able to basically do that from beyond the grave. We don't want you here. Don't come anywhere near the funeral home or we'll call the police and have you arrested. Also, I'll get my compensation for all the treatment fees from you. How dare you attack me like this, you pathetic little girl? You're not going to get away with this. You don't have any rights to anything and you're ruining everything for me. No, Gretchen, you did all that on your own. Now, if you'll excuse us, we've got a funeral to attend. We want to grieve in peace, so let us do that. Please, just pay me back my money too, so we can end this mess. In the end, Gretchen did have an affair and was made to pay alimony to the living relatives of her husband's family. She was ordered to pay for the damages, but sure enough, she ran away from making the payments. Penelope, Corey, and Rita decided to not abandon the situation, but to face it. They managed to convince Gretchen to pay them the money they deserved. Perhaps she was moved by the fact that they didn't try to abandon her. Gradually, Gretchen showed signs of remorse and took on the debt and made the payments. They hoped to play a role in her rehabilitation. Even though it was initially canceled, her daughter Rita had her wedding after the funeral. Gretchen declined her invitation, but other relatives came to celebrate the day. It was a great day, and they hoped to all move on well as a family. Samantha, please give me some money. I'm all out of money right now. And look, my wedding is coming up, right? So right now I'm in need of all the money I can get. Huh? Angie, you need money from me again? I just gave you $1,000 a couple of days ago, right? What did you end up spending all of that on in such a short amount of time? Do you really need all this money right now? Come on! You're my sister-in-law, yet you're going to question me now? You should know that being a newly married couple means spending lots of money. I have to pay to go out and get all my beauty treatments and stuff like that. Well, I understand the need to spend some money after marriage, but you have a job right now, correct? So you should be making your own money, right? Asking me over and over for money is becoming a touch... What? You're my sister-in-law, and that's why I'm okay asking you all the time. And when you got married to my brother, it cost you a lot of money for the wedding, right? So you know that the wedding is costing me a lot of money now. That's not the problem, though, here. When I was getting married to your brother and having that wedding, I made sure to pay for everything myself. And when I did start to run low on funds, I went and started saving money by not spending much on food and electricity and so on. But with you, Angie, I'm not sure you're trying that hard to save your money. Are you wanting to say that I'm just splurging over here then? I just want to make sure that my wedding is the best wedding people have seen in a long time. And I'm worried that I might not make that happen. I have to look my best on that day, and I'm worried that what I'm doing is not enough. All right, I understand how you feel. But that's not the case with you right now. I'm talking about how most people will save up a lot of money for times like getting married and such. But you seem to be asking for money more than you are saving it. So, in other words, you're saying that you don't want to pay for the wedding? And that you don't like the idea of giving me money? I never meant it like that, Angie. I just want you to know that I'm not your purse. But the problem is that you have been asking me a whole lot recently to hand you money whenever you feel you're getting low on funds. What's wrong with you? I never meant to use you like a purse. You just happen to have a lot of money, right? You saved up a lot and are also bringing in large paychecks every month. So you should have the money to help a poor little girl like me out, right? Well, Angie, the reason that I save so much money and make a lot of it is because I want it in case of emergencies. It's not all for me to give away to you, okay? I think it's time you start thinking about saving money more often and continuously for your future that might have kids and things like that. That's what I'm doing with myself right now. I want to be able to retire early in my life, so I've been saving up a lot of money now for that. Are you serious? But you're already 30 years old right now, right? Don't tell me you're thinking of kids or anything like that still.
Do you even have the strength at your age to carry a baby?
I wouldn't say things like that if I were you. I have been saving up money my whole life, as well as made sure to find a good career where I bring in a decent amount of money from. And I plan to still think about things like kids as well now that I feel financially safe. And that's why right now I'm at that point where I might actually want to become a mother.
Is that so? But if you give some of your money to younger people, you won't face any problems, right? Heck, you can give money to me like I'm your kid and I'll go ahead and have a baby for us.
That is not what any of this is about. And another thing, Angie, what's going on with you? Recently, you've become a bit too forward with your thoughts and it's getting a bit out of hand.
Is that what you think? Because I've been thinking the same thing about you, Samantha. Recently, you've become more of a selfish penny pincher around me. You have all that money, but you aren't willing to share it.
Well, if you want money so badly, then why not get a side hustle? Then you can start to make even more money for yourself. Because I'm not going to be the one to keep handing you money left and right. I have to give up a lot of my time working to make money like I have been.
Oh, please. I'm not the kind of person that does well with a job. I'm already planning to become a housewife the moment we have our wedding. So that's why I quit my job a little while back. Leaving that place to be a free woman, it felt so good to become my own person again.
What? You already quit? Don't you think that was a bit too early on your part? And right now you still have a lot of time left before you guys get married, right? So you should be using the time you have now to work your hardest and save up a lot.
Samantha, you really love to talk about money, don't you? Why, if one has time, should they have to use it to make and save money? In my case, I'm going to be getting a lot of money with this marriage, so I don't have to worry about wasting my time working when I can rely on others for money.
You're talking about relying on me right now.
Well, you're one person that I rely on, but my fiancé is expected to be making bank in a few years more. So I think this marriage will be the turning point for me where I can cut ties with working. I'll be able to do whatever I want with no boss looking over my shoulders.
What? Is your fiancé okay with you doing something like that?
Of course he is. He said as long as I do the chores, he's okay with it.
Then why aren't you asking him to give you money now? There shouldn't be a reason for you to ask me anymore, right?
Well, about that, he might think I'm trying to leech off of him.
What?
I haven't actually told him I quit my job yet. I plan to make him believe that I'm the perfect woman before the day we tie our knot. Right now, he thinks I'm working all the time and saving up, and the day we marry, I want him to think I quit my job just for him.
What the heck? Are you sure it's okay to be doing all of that right before your marriage? If you keep that up, he might find out later and you'll be screwed. Hiding things from him just so that he'll keep loving you isn't right.
Huh? What's up with you now? Are you getting jealous of me? Sucks to be you right now, huh? My brother has never had a lot of money, making you work all the time. But I guess that's on you for choosing to marry a man like him in the first place.
I like to work a job, so it has nothing to do with him. If he was making more than me right now even, I still wouldn't quit my job. I'm not that into being a housewife. I like to think that the money you want to spend has to come from the work you've put in.
Oh, so you're one of those people. Women like that end up getting cheated on by their husband at some point and have to deal with that in their old age as well as with all the health issues they get after. I think you'd better have a kid soon so that my brother doesn't leave you.
I'm just going to assume you're saying that out of worry for me. But don't trouble yourself with that, because we do have kids on our mind at the moment.
You really try to be a strong woman. Well, whatever. You do what you want to do, because it has nothing to do with me. But anyway, make sure to put another 1,000 in my bank account, okay? Well, I'll text you again the next time I need some money.
Wait, Angie! I told you I'm finished giving you money. Stop asking me for money. Hey, Seth, can you do something about your little sister? She's come back to me again asking for more money. But I've had enough of her and said no this time.
What? She's at it again? I'm so sorry about her. She really has no clue what she's doing right now. I'll make sure to tell her again, but with a bit more seriousness this time.
But what's worse is that she's told me she quit her job. And that's her reason for asking me all the time for money now. Don't you find all of this a bit strange now? I am not her eternal ATM, okay?
What? She quit her job now too? I get that she wasn't making that much working there, and would come and ask me from time to time for money, but I think once she's married, all of this will be resolved.
I'm sorry, but that girl has gone on with all of this long enough, Seth. Remember when we took a small vacation together and let her stay at our place? We came back to our house being a mess and a lot of our things missing because of her.
I know that she has a lot of things wrong with her in her head. I just didn't think she would go this far.
It's because while we were out of the house, she saw my checkbook and saw how much money I was making. That's when she started asking me for money as well. But what I learned today is that her fiancé apparently has a lot of money as well. So I really hope that you're right about saying that after her marriage, this should all be resolved.
That's just a hope of mine, though. You don't have to give her any more money, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure it won't be. For a little while, I thought she was a nice person to deal with, but recently she's gone too far and I'm not having it. She really thinks that acting as rude as she has been is acceptable at her age for some reason.
I could see that. If we really have to, we can always cut ties with her after her wedding. Ah, and now that I think about it, I want to change the subject. Did you see we got a message saying that we are allowed to take out that loan on a new house?
What? Get out of here! I never saw any message about that. Perfect, now we can move out of this place.
Absolutely. And about moving into a new house, to avoid having Angie come over at all when we're away, let's just keep our address a secret from her. How does that sound?
Actually, I was thinking the same thing. Let's move out of here without telling anyone.
Alright. Well then, let's end our rental agreement on this place once her wedding is over. And then we can get out of here.
Alright, that sounds great.
Samantha, can you make sure to bring me $30,000 as my wedding gift today? If you can make that happen, then I'll never ask you for any more money. I'll allow this payment to be your way of celebrating my big day.
What are you talking about? $30,000 is not an amount anyone would give on your wedding day.
But I'm your sister-in-law, and it's normal for you to want to give me a large amount, right? If you don't end up bringing me that $30,000, then I'm afraid you won't be allowed to attend my wedding. I'm telling you that the $30,000 is not only a gift for me, but an entrance fee as well now. And it would be terrible if the family saw that you never showed up to my wedding. They might think of you as a stingy and selfish sister who doesn't care about us.
Oh, understood, Angie. So that's what you think of me being your sister-in-law?
That's right. As long as you give me that last bit of that money, I'll no longer bug you anymore. I'll even consider you my real sister if you can give me that money. So I'm looking forward to that money getting to me.
Then I'd like for you to pay me $60,000 for your wedding.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You haven't heard yet? I planned on paying for this whole wedding for you. I had worked for the group that put together this wedding before, and so I got a discount through them to give you this wedding. And I was totally fine doing that for you because I believed you were like a cute little sister to me.
Huh? Wait. The ones paying for this wedding should be my parents and my brother, right?
Well, at first, that's what they'd all been saying. But then things turned into only your brother and I having to pay. Because your parents were kind enough to pay for part of my wedding back in the day. I didn't want to make them pay for yet another wedding again, so I told them that just Seth and I would pay, half and half.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
If I'm to stay away from your wedding, though, I won't be able to get that discount for the wedding. And the full price will have to be paid. And after taking a look at the original cost, it'd be $60,000. And that would need to be paid by you. Well, good luck with that.
You're lying. Wait, I never heard a thing about this. If I'd known that, I would have been a little nicer to you.
You shouldn't have had to know about that to be nice to me, though. I've already given you a ton of money as it is. If you're not even going to be nice to me because of that, then I don't care about how you act with me now because I'm sick of you.
if you really want to be nice to me now, give me back my money and pay for the wedding. All right, hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, it's all right for you to come to my wedding. I won't make you pay that $30,000 anymore now. I don't need it anyway, so just pay for the wedding and I'll be set. I'm not paying for it now. I don't have the money anymore to be paying for a rotten girl like you. You would never be able to pay for a wedding like the one I put together for you anyway, so at the very least, you should be saying thank you for that first. All right, I'm sorry. Just come to my wedding now and make sure to pay for it. No. I'm planning on explaining all of this to your family right now as well. And then I'll head back home and enjoy my day off work. And Seth is with me right now, and he says he'll be coming home with me as well. If you're going to do that, then I'll come to you right now. I'll come to your house and start screaming at the top of my lungs and make all sorts of noise to make you guys pay. If you don't want me to embarrass you guys in front of all your neighbors, then shut up about going home and come pay for my wedding. We've already moved into a new house, so the place you knew about isn't where we're living anymore. So you can go there and make all the noise you want, but you'll most likely be taken away by the police. Huh? What? That's definitely a lie, right? I'm not lying, Angie. I told you, I plan to go to the next phase of my life and hope to become a mother. So we've bought a house and we'll start to work on making babies and having a fun little family here. And since you'd be getting in the way of that, we're cutting ties with you. Wait, I get it now. I'll apologize to you for real now, so come back here. I really do not want my wedding to fall apart now. Well, for me, that's kind of what I want to happen to your wedding. And it's too late now to cry and scream about it. You really should have hidden those rotten intentions from me a little bit longer, right? But I think a rotten girl like you having her wedding fall apart around her and going to hell is a perfect ending. After that, Angie continued to cry to Samantha, asking her to pay for her wedding and everything. But Samantha made it clear she wasn't paying anymore and proceeded to block Angie's number. This then led to Angie's fiancé losing faith in his bride after the news spread, and the wedding was finally brought to an end. Angie ended up having to pay for all the cancellation fees for her wedding, and her getting to marry her fiancé was also long gone. Right now, it seems as though Angie is living the worst time of her life. But as someone who could never thank anyone for the money she constantly took from them, her having to go through this kind of hell is only natural. Cassidy, listen, would you stop trying to come into this house looking for money? I can tell that's all you want from us, especially because you just scream parasite. Mimi, I have no intentions of coming into your family to take any money. I just want to marry your brother because I love him a lot and want to be with him for the rest of my life. You liar! You only want to be close to all of us because you know about my family's company and that we have a lot of money right now. And if you want the proof, just take a look at yourself in a mirror. You look like the most moneyless and sad person I've ever seen. I'm sure you're always praying to be given money when you're not on the streets begging. You're calling me poor then? I thought that I looked pretty good in all of my designer clothing. Can't you see that everything I'm wearing is branded clothing? Huh? But you're always coming over here wearing that hoodie and sweatpants like a good-for-nothing shut-in. None of that clothing could possibly be from a good brand, and what woman wears clothing like that anyway? Did you give up on being a woman or something? I just happen to like this style of laid-back, casual clothing. I didn't start wearing all of this just to be called poor and sad by you. I mean, you can call me that all you want, I guess, but I'm just in this type of clothing all the time because it suits me. Then that means it's over for you now. If your sense of fashion is failing you, then there really is no hope anymore. But of course, the fact you have no money doesn't help you any, since that's the only type of clothing you can really afford to wear now. So go right ahead, keep saying that you like that style of clothing, but deep down, everyone already knows you're struggling and will never escape financial hell. How about you stop judging me so much, Mimi? What you just said is not true at all. Anyhow, I will not allow you to become married to my older brother with you looking like that. I am telling you, you are not fit to be standing next to my brother as his wife, okay? Say that all you want, but him and I are already engaged and ready to marry. I've also spoken with Chris's parents about us getting married, and they are both completely on board with it. Huh? You're calling my brother by his first name now? There's no way this is happening. He's my fiancé, though. What else should I be calling my fiancé besides his name? I literally cannot believe what is going on here. You are acting way too friendly with my brother already. Acting like you're actually his fiancé or something now? Well, I am his fiancé, so you don't have to say that I'm acting like one when I'm the one he's chosen to put the ring on. This is only being allowed to happen because both of my parents are really kind and super successful people. I know that they couldn't say no to a poor person like you, and that's the only reason you've been led into thinking you're getting married to my brother. Deep down, both my mom and dad are crying over the fact that they see some useless woman wanting to be with their son. Even if they really are upset about this, they told me they were happy that we planned on getting married, and that's all we needed. Dang it! You really are too selfish. Jesus, all of my family is way too kind to all you lowlifes. I have to make things right here once and for all, or else we'll be taken advantage of by people like you. Stop saying such ridiculous things like that, Mimi. Tell me right now, what about me do you not like? And please be reasonable this time. I hate everything about you. Nothing about you is on the same level as my wealthy family, so you will never be able to fit in here. Your face, your style, your clothing, the way you speak, who gave birth to you, all of it is at the bottom rung of the ladder. It all just screams lowlife. You did a good job fooling my brother into loving you, but I will not be tricked, you witch. Mimi, that kind of thinking is very biased and hurtful. There you go. Now you're trying to preach to me about things like bias just because you're older than me. God, everything about you is inferior to my family. I can just smell your inferiority coming through my phone's screen right now. I knew my senses were too good. Get out of my sight right now, you lowlife trash. Ugh. Excuse me, Mimi, I don't care what you think you're doing, but this is stepping way out of line now. I only just bought this car a little while ago. What? What are you talking about, Cassidy? You're asking me that? You know exactly what I'm going on about right now. This was all your doing. You're so cruel. Just because you found a small scratch on your car doesn't mean you should jump at me saying I'm the one to blame. Cassidy, all you're doing is falsely accusing me of things. Then how come you knew I was talking about this scratch on my car? I never said what happened to my car yet, but you already knew. What? Hold on. After the way you started talking to me, I knew the only thing you could be talking about was a scratch you found on your car, okay? And there is no point trying to blame me for that scratch because I didn't do it. You brat! You're scaring me now. I might go tell my mom about how you're treating me right now. I'll let her know how you're starting to cuss at me right now. She might force you to stay away from my brother after that and have your marriage plans. How revolting. Do you have any clue how expensive this car was for me? What? Well, after having a good look at it, I could see that it's something an old man would drive, so I'm sure it was cheaper than cheap, right? I suppose I could pay you back for the damages to the car if you really want. Considering I'd only have to give you $1 or $2 for that crap mobile. But it wasn't me who actually scratched the car, so there's not really a reason for me to give you any money. The next time you crack another one of those vexing jokes, I'm not going to let you off the hook so easily. I'm sure you see me as being too nice and too stupid to do anything about you, but you are far from wrong. What? Is that you threatening me now? Now I'm actually starting to get a little scared. I'll have to tell my mom about this as well now. She'll have to hear about how her son's fiancé is threatening to do something to her little girl. Then we'll see what ends up happening to you in your future with my brother. What the actual heck, you... I have to act now after what horrors I've already experienced from you so that you and my brother don't actually end up married. I'm going to tell my brother about this as well now, so you're better off moving as far away from here as possible to avoid his wrath.
It's already been decided. Chris and I are going to be getting married whether you like it or not. Both of your parents have already said okay to it, and there is nobody who wants to change their mind about it now.
I was just trying to warn you there, but you still try to ignore my word. Then I guess I'll have nothing else to say to you, and there will be no mercy in the future. I hope you're ready for what all is bound to come next.
That right there is a ton more threatening than whatever I said to you earlier.
Cassidy, I'm so sorry. That scratch on your car, I'm positive it was Mimi that did it.
That's what I've been saying. I'm so pissed off right now.
I'm really sorry. I don't get why, but that kid thinks she wants to pick a fight with you and make you her enemy. I've been yelling at her time and time again about what she's been doing, but all she replies to me with is that I'm being played by you. Well,
has she always been so insufferable?
I suppose she has been. You could say that she has very strong delusions about how she's always the victim, but to put it into easier terms, she just really loves her family and wants to keep us all safe. And she's always been that way.
That's what I thought. She's even been saying things like that to me recently. And to her, she sees me as this leech who is trying to get into your family for your money. She seems to think that because your parents run a large company, I'm here to try and take all of the money they've earned away from them.
I see. So she really doesn't have any idea about what's really been going on. The thing is, though, she should be well aware of what's been happening, so why?
Well, she does have a lot going on in that little head of hers. But we can't do anything to change her views right now, so let's just get some distance from her and be careful with our wedding.
Yes, let's be as careful as possible. Until that day comes, though, I'm going to be talking with her and seeing if I can find out what's all behind her actions with you. You're not the kind of person that she seems to think you are, and if I tell her from the bottom of my heart that I really do love you, maybe that will change her mind.
I'm blushing a lot after hearing that. But I understand what you're wanting to do. It's no use having me talk with her anymore about things, so I'll leave this all in your hands and hope you come out with a better behaving sister.
I'm not feeling confident in any of this, but I'll try my best with her.
Cassidy, today's the day of your dream wedding, isn't it? How are things looking? Does it feel good to finally be at that stage of your life where you feel like you've latched onto my wealthy family and are able to suck all of our money away?
I told you already that is not why I'm marrying your brother. Mimi, you talked with Chris more about this, right?
We did have a small one-on-one chat about things before.
And at that time, Chris explained to you that he's deeply in love with me, and that's why this marriage is happening, right?
My brother is always saying the same exact thing to me, though, every single time, about how he loves you for being such an open-hearted woman and believing in him. He'll then go on about how he loves you so much that he'd take a bullet for you and such.
And if I were saying that to you, I understand you not wanting to believe things. But you've heard it all from your own brother now. That is how he really feels about me, Mimi. Can't you just be happy to see your brother happy with the woman he loves and let things be?
And that's why I've been saying no matter how you guys try to spin it, what you've really done is brainwashed my brother. You're really that open-hearted of a woman. That has to be one of the best jokes he's ever told me. How could someone that attacks her fiancé's little sister and then threatens her be open-hearted and kind?
I never attacked you back then, and that was not meant to be a threat. I've told you this before.
Huh? But you called me a brat before, didn't you? That right there is you verbally harassing me, right?
Yeah, fine. I guess I did call you a brat. But you can't call that verbal harassment. Sorry that you took it that way, but I really didn't mean for it to hurt you in any way.
It's too late for apologies now, Cassidy. My heart has been hurt by you, and there is no way of healing that wound now. Aw, I've been hurt so badly by you, and I have no idea what might end up unfolding during your wedding today.
Hey, I'm going to ask you this only one time. Please act like a civilized adult today. Today is a very important day for your brother and I, and there is a lot of money involved in it as well.
Huh? It's not like any of that money was yours anyway, right? Stop acting like it's you who's having to pay for the wedding when I already know my family is the one having to write the check.
Anyway, please just behave yourself today, please. This is my one and only wedding, and I want it to go perfectly.
Shut up already. I'd hurry up and prepare myself if I were you. Cassidy, has that gone and taught you a lesson now? You really think I'm going to allow you to have this wedding with my brother today? How does it feel now after being pushed from behind into that pool out there?
Your mother is being rushed to the hospital right now.
What? What do you mean by that? Did something happen to my mom?
Did you think you were aiming for me when you pushed your mother into that pool of water?
What? Wait, that wasn't you back there that I shoved in?
The person you shoved into that pool was your mother before you ran off like a little pansy. How the hell could you confuse her and I like that? And why would you even do something as ridiculous as that in the first place to anyone?
What? Wait, but look. But wait, that's just a pool, so it shouldn't have hurt her too badly anyway, falling into it, right?
And when you shoved her in like that, her foot was caught by the edge of the pool and twisted. She screamed out in pain after that, and it was obvious that her ankle was broken. That's why we had to call an ambulance to come and take her to the hospital.
What? No way. What am I going to do? I never meant to. What have I done? Oh, that's it. I have to tell her.
Hey, Chris, is Mom going to be okay? I've been trying to call her for 5 minutes now, but she won't pick up her phone.
Well, of course she's not going to pick up her phone right now because she's on her way to the hospital in pain. Mimi, what the actual frick were you trying to do?
I didn't think that it was Mom then.
Then tell me who the hell you thought that was you were shoving into the pool?
Well, that's not.
You thought that was Cassidy and you were trying to shove her into the pool, right? So what you're saying is if it had been Cassidy, you would have been totally fine with the outcome?
That's not what I'm wanting to say, but I really didn't think things could get out of hand as much as they have been. All I wanted to do was push Cassidy into the pool, and that's it. I thought it could be something we'd all laugh about and nothing else.
How the hell would we all laugh that off? Are you actually trying to get yourself disowned from the family now? Where the hell are you right now, you little crap? Have you run away from the wedding now, knowing very well that you'd get into trouble for this?
What? I'm already on a bus going home now. Tell me what hospital she's going to. I want to go and speak with Mom right now if I can.
No way. You're not coming to see Mom anymore. Do you know how pissed off Dad is right now? If you came here, there would have to be 2 people from our family being hospitalized. You just keep riding that bus back to the house, and when you get there, go to your damn room and think about how much of an ass beating you're getting when Dad gets home.
No way. Hey, please wait. I seriously didn't think that was Mom I was pushing in. That was all an accident.
So it would have been on purpose if you'd pushed Cassidy in? Is that what you're saying?
But Cassidy is trying to marry you in order to get all of our family's money, okay? You, Mom, and Dad, you've all been fooled into believing she's this kind and respectable woman.
Then show me. Where's the proof that she's trying to get to our money?
The proof? I don't have any proof of that. But just by looking at her, you can see what I mean, right? She looks like a complete failure to this society, and the makeup she uses is all cheap.
That's the way she likes to dress. Cassidy loves to wear just casual clothing, something that she can be relaxed in. When it comes to makeup, she likes to be minimalistic.
I heard that from her already, but her car, it looks so cheap.
That car looks cheap to you? That is a $120,000 sports car you're talking about.
What?
Cassidy happens to like the outdoors a lot and wanted a good car that had internals meant for both off-roading and riding the highway. Sure, the color she chose is a bit dated, but the actual car itself is far from dated and is very modern. It's not some cheap old car like you're thinking.
Hold on a second. I was not the one that went and scratched it, though. That was really not me that went and scratched her car. I'm serious right now.
Jesus Christ, why would you be bringing that up right now? Now you're just making yourself look like the one who did it.
But I just told you that I didn't do it. Believe me, Chris.
You think I'm gonna believe anything you say to me anymore? Everyone already knows you were the one that scratched her car.
It wasn't me, though. Hey, we shouldn't be talking about that anyway. How is Mom doing right now? Did you go with her?
I followed behind. She just got to the emergency room a little bit ago and is going in for surgery right now. I have no idea what else they're gonna find, though. She also hit her head at the bottom of the pool, so we have that to worry about as well.
What? But Cassidy told me that she just twisted her ankle and broke it during the fall.
Yeah, she did, but you pushed her in on the shallow side of the pool, which led to her hitting her head as well. After that, she was knocked unconscious for a little bit, and when she came to, she didn't know where she was and started to panic at the sight of her leg. She was then struck by lightning and lit ablaze by it before we put the fire out. She's not in a good place at all now because of you.
What the heck?
You get yourself prepared for when Dad comes home to see you. Now shut up and leave me alone.
Hey, Cassidy, that whole thing about my mom being taken to the hospital in an ambulance was a lie, right? I just figured that out after talking to my brother.
Aha, so you figured it out? You must have been paying close attention there then. Tell me, how did you figure it out?
He told me about how she had hurt her head after falling into the pool and breaking her ankle, but then went on about her being struck by lightning and being set on fire. Come on now, that was the easiest lie to figure out ever.
What the heck? Is he an idiot or something?
Then that means the person I ended up pushing into the pool really was you, Cassidy, right? And as a way of trying and making me feel bad, you guys made up that lie about it being my mom that I pushed in.
Well, actually, you're wrong there. You really did end up pushing your mother into that pool. Although I kind of want to figure out if your eyesight is all right or not, because there's no way someone could confuse me with your own mother, even from the back.
What? Is that so? Hey, can you please explain what's going on here to me? How is she reacting to this?
Us lying to you about her was her idea after she got out of the pool, realizing you were the one that pushed her in. She told us that you have never once taken any responsibility for your actions before, but today would change that. She wanted to get your attention with that lie so you could understand the actual weight of your actions.
The weight of my actions? But I didn't even do anything wrong today.
Yes, I know. This time your mom came out unscathed and only a little bit shaken up, but when she was falling in, her high heel got caught on the ledge of the pool and the heel broke off. Had the heel not broken under that stress, it most definitely would have been her ankle.
Oh.
So she wanted to make sure you understood that today. And it's not just your mom that wants that, but your brother, your father, and myself. All four of us.
I understand now, though. I can see now just how dangerous of a thing I did today.
For the time being, this wedding is going to continue the way we had planned it. So we can all talk with you about this later, okay? There are plenty of things we have to make sure you take responsibility for before all of this can be over with.
What? Plenty of things? Responsibility?
Mimi, have you finally learned your lesson after today?
Yes, I've learned my lesson. The fact that I was lied to today was a shock for me, though.
Had we not all done that to you, you would have never been able to see the consequences of your actions clearly. You'd better be thankful that something serious didn't end up happening, or else you'd be in even worse trouble.
But I still can't trust that Cassidy woman. She is surely after this family's money.
You already get it, don't you? Our company is far from being in good shape and is pretty much bankrupt now. All you're doing is using that poor young woman to try and run from the truth of our current situation. There is not a single person on this planet that would be wanting to join our family in order to get any money. Not a single person. If anything, most people are trying to get away from us now. People have known for a while now that our company has not been breaking even, and things have only gotten worse as every month passes by. It's like a bomb now that we're waiting to see cook off.
But even if that's the case, you guys are still running that company, right? It's not all over just yet. There's still a chance for the company to be revived and for you guys to start making more money from it again, right?
The reason the company hasn't gone completely under just yet is because of Cassidy.
What?
Cassidy has been the CEO of another company this whole time, and she's been using some of her money to help sustain ours financially.
What? Cassidy, she's a CEO.
That's right, and to be honest with you, she's a far better one than your dad has been, and with far more money than us. And the reason she's been giving us money to keep the company from dying is because she views us as her family. Because of that, we still have a company.
Is that so? But why has Cassidy never told me anything about all of that?
Because she didn't want to cause any imbalance in your guys' relationship. She didn't want to be seen as your in-law, but as your sister, your older sister. That's what she's always been saying to us.
Cassidy wanted that? But is that really something you can say to me without her knowing, Chris?
What?
Well, she was trying to hide something like that from me this whole time, right?
I'm sorry, could you act like you never heard anything about that from me? Actually, that was all a lie. Sorry. Actually, everything I just said to you about Cassidy was a lie. Cassidy is a seriously greedy person who's been trying to get to our money this whole time and won't let me go. She's a monster.
Chris, you are so bad at lying to me. There was a camera overlooking that area? That's right. And on that garage, I have a sensor that turns on the camera whenever it detects motion. And that's why when you came close to my car then, the camera was turned on and started to record you. And there you were, standing next to my car with a small knife, putting a scratch all the way down the side of it. The camera records in 1440, so if you say that it would be hard to tell it was really you using a knife, we can zoom in and see it clearly. But if you already had video of me doing it, why didn't you tell me sooner? I was planning on forgiving you for what you'd done. That car already cost me a lot of money, and getting work done on it is also very expensive. You are still very young, so you probably didn't know that at the time, and I thought that by talking things out with you, you'd come to understand that. But because I never went and just punished you for what you'd done outright, something even worse, like what you've done today, happened. That's why I can no longer think about forgiving you any until you've taken responsibility for what you've done and are punished. This is all for your sake, Mimi. Understood. Thank you so much for that. What was that? I didn't expect you to thank me for that. Yeah, I really misunderstood you, Cassidy. Actually, I was doing it on purpose that whole time. I was never able to accept the fact that my family's company was going under and wouldn't get any better. That's what I was kind of thinking from the start. But you never said anything about how you were helping us with that, instead wanting to keep this balanced between you and I. And that's why what my brother was saying about you was true. You are a very kind and open-hearted woman. I would like to become someone as respectable as you, Cassidy, and that's why starting today, I'm going to work towards that. I see. Then I'll work on supporting you through your growth. Wait, who did you hear about that from? About me helping your family? What? You just said that I was helping you guys out, right? I was trying to make sure all of that stayed a secret from you. Hold on. That was the wind. Wait. I didn't hear anything from anyone, actually. That was nothing at all. I knew it. You and your brother are both terrible at lying. After that, Chris and I were able to finish our wedding in a safe and happy manner. I then made sure that Mimi ended up paying for my car to have that scratch repainted, and her mom made sure Mimi paid her for the completely ruined dress and for pushing her into that pool. The total ended up being close to $20,000 in the end, so now that girl is having to work her butt off at a couple of different part-time jobs while putting the money into her loan.
She was already going to college at the time, so with having to work a couple of jobs and now going home to her parents to help with their company, she is one very busy 20-year-old. I do feel, though, that all of this hard work that she's having to be put through will change her for the better. Mimi and I haven't really talked at all since my wedding, but I'm sure come the holidays, Chris and I will be going back to his parents' place and we'll see her in person again. As for the family's company itself, with the help of their daughter now, and a couple more months of me giving them money, that family's company will get back on its feet and hopefully become independent from me again. A lot of things happened recently, but I like to think that the ending was great in pretty much everyone's case, and I'm happy for that. My car's even been completely repainted now, and you can't tell at all that it had a bad scratch running all the way down it, thankfully. Now, I still have my company to look after, so I'm going back to putting all my focus into it, while Chris and I start our new lives together as a married couple. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.